Hey guys, what's up? So, I was scrolling through all my old videos and it gave me an idea. Why don't I give you a little tour on all the equipments that I use? Today's January 22nd, 2021, and here's all my stuff. Here's all my stuff. Let me turn on the lights so you can see better. But I know that didn't really make much of a difference, but here's all my stuff. The two Exmark commercial 21s, the big Viking 36, and my Troy-Bilt Storm 24 or Storm 2410. Excuse me, snowblower. I retrieved this about how long ago did I get it? Like 2 years ago, and I've only used it twice. Believe it or not, last year I couldn't get it started, and then the year before we only got a major amount of snow like twice. Yeah, we don't get much snow in Idaho, but that's not really a problem. But that's new. One of my mom's friends gave me that. It's a 1990 Shenandoah 35. And I've tried starting it. I haven't even bothered to take it apart to see how dirty it is yet. But ooh, that's new too. Let me pull it out. I'll give you a little look at it. So in October, I was able to say, after all these years, I've finally got a shredder vac. My dad bought this for about $200 US. I think that's how much he paid for it. I'm not sure. But it is a 2020 Stihl SH56C. Now, I'll show you the little tag here. Can't really see it all that well, but it does say manufacture date is 6/20 June 2020. The air index is 5, which is not that bad, but there's worse things in the world. But I've used this a few times. To get up in those beds and shred leaves, but not that much. I mean, it does come with a blower tube so that I can turn it into another blower. But yeah, that thing's really cool. It's really cool. It's really quiet. It's very nice and quiet. Here, I'll move the 21s out of the way so I can actually get in there and show you what I have. Now, some of this stuff you've probably seen before, but most of it you probably haven't, because a lot can happen in a couple years. But there's my FS130. If you're wondering about the 100RX, I no longer have it. I retired it like 2 years ago, I think. No, I retired it last year. And it was falling apart. It was not running at its best, and what killed it was, or what made me stop using it, the whole throttle mechanism just kind of shattered. And I am not familiar with that kind of stuff, how to fix it. But it's alright. But we also have my Stihl FC56 Edger that I got July 2019. And here is a 2016 Stihl FS70R. This one is very low hours. I have not used it that much. And I got this. My dad gave me this in at the beginning of 2019. And of course, I have my FS94, FS94R. And here's some of the saws. This is the HS81T hedge trimmer. This is new. This is a Stihl MS193T arborist saw, is what I call it. And here's the two actual chainsaws. We have the MS170 and the big 088. When I do my startup video, I'm going to try and start that, but probably not going to be all that successful at it because this thing has got a lot of compression. And that thing's heavy too. Weighs like 50 pounds. I think it's like 40 pounds actually. I'll show you. It's yeah, you can't really see that well, but it is a 122cc engine. So, and it was made in April of 1999. So it's an old beast, but here's my blowers. Here's I have two BG56s. This one's a 2015. This one's a 2018. And here's my BG86. Now real quickly, I want to show you what I did to my BG86. While this blower is very nice to shred leaves with because it's brand new, I've always been bothered by the fact that the handle is hard plastic, and this thing has no anti-vibration systems on it whatsoever. It doesn't vibrate too bad, but after some time, it can get a little bit annoying, and your hands could hurt for a bit. So let me show you what I did to my 86. So I decided what I did was I made a little blade to put on the impeller so that I can shred leaves with this blower too. And this blower having anti-vibration springs and a padded handle, this thing is a very nice one to use. These 86s are a little expensive though, but as you can see, mine's in pretty rough shape. So, I'll tell you a little story on this. So, I've had this blower for about 2 years now. It was 3 years actually. And the year after that, I got another BG86. It was a 2016 one. I am not sure the year on this one. But what happened to that 2016, and I'm sad that this happened, the engine seized up and I couldn't start it anymore. And I figured it was probably going to need a short block because every time I would put gas in it and then prime it, the gas would start filling up in the combustion chamber where the top of the cylinder is, and I wouldn't be able to pull the cord. It would just be seized up. So I took all the good parts off of that blower and put it on this one. What the deal was with this blower, it was missing this part of the handle, and it was missing the emblem. I put the air cleaner system from that blower on it too, and the kill switch didn't work because the wire was kind of broken. So I took the kill switch wire out of that one and I rewired the kill switch so I can actually shut this thing off without choking it now. But this is a very nice blower. This is a very nice blower to use, and I may feature in a couple of lawn cutting videos if I even bother to do any this year. I did one last year, but that was because I realized it had been 5 years since my popular mowing my front yard video. And so 2019, I finally got a bigger lawnmower. While these 21s, they're fast, they have a lot of power, and they cut very nicely. It would eat up a lot of time just to be mowing a bunch of yards with the 21-inch mower. So I got this. My dad also gave me this too. He gave me a sulky with it too. Now, if you're about to comment like, oh, why are you using a sulky? It's like really bad for your back and all that. Well, you're not wrong. You're totally not wrong. Like, well, that is if you're riding this mower a lot. Like, right now, I only have about 1 to 2 lawns a day where I am riding on this, and me and my brother take turns with it. So maybe he gets to use it one yard and I get to use it the next one. Which my brother doesn't like using this one as much. One thing, this ECS control system's kind of complicated. It's pretty complicated, and it took a little bit to get used to, but I got very used to this thing. But one thing my brother really wants, he wants one of those Exmark Vantage mowers, and I'm kind of in with him too. Maybe a Vantage instead of this, because a Vantage cuts smoother and it goes faster. It's easier to drive, and it's a stand-on mower, so no, you don't have to have a sulky with it either. So this snowblower I got from my grandma. My grandma bought this for about $750 at Lowe's in 2017, and of course she couldn't use it. Of course she can't use it. She's only about 5'2", and she's 73 years old. She can't be like pulling a big heavy cord. So back when my grandma lived in Boise, she gave this to her neighbor. And then in 2018, that neighbor moved. So they gave it back to grandma, and then grandma decided to give it back to me. So I've used it a couple of times. It's a nice machine. I painted the wheels black. They were originally like a light gray. I didn't really like that. Well, since I'm filming with the tablet, I have a limit. I kind of have a time limit for my videos, so I'm gonna make another video. Probably the next video will be reviewing this pickup truck that I've been driving since April. So later now.